Before this video gets started, make sure to check out this 10-year anniversary video of the Expanded Universe. It premieres at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It basically showcases 75 Expanded Universe fans discussing the Expanded Universe and why we love it. Also, make sure to subscribe to Quinlan Voss, the guy who put it together. So today's video is going to be a little bit different. For those of you who don't know, today is the 10-year anniversary of the Expanded Universe's cancellation. On April 25th, 2014, Disney announced that the Expanded Universe was no longer canon. That way they could have creative freedom to create their own material. Many were sad, and still are, to see its de-canonization. So in today's video I thought I would go over a list of cancelled projects that we were going to get in the Expanded Universe. There's so many projects that we were going to get that we didn't end up getting, so I can't mention everything, but I just wanted to talk about a few of the ones that I'm most disappointed we didn't get to see. The first cancelled project on the list is the Sword of the Jedi Trilogy. This is one I'm sure many Star Wars fans, including myself, would have enjoyed reading. The Sword of the Jedi Trilogy would have focused on one of my favorite Star Wars characters, Jaina Solo Fell, and her role as the Sword of the Jedi and what that means. It would have also included her husband, Jagged Fell, and explore him becoming the leader of the Empire once more. Not too much is known about it, but we do know that it was going to be written by Christie Golden, an underrated Star Wars author in my opinion. It's a shame we didn't get to see this trilogy. The next cancelled project is a Star Wars video game called 1313. In the game, the player would have played as Boba Fett as he navigates level 1313 of the underworld of Coruscant. It would have also had a mature rating, which is interesting considering this is Star Wars and they try to keep things more for kids. I think this game would have been so cool to play. I mean, just look at the gameplay and the cutscenes from the demo. The shooting and action look awesome, and the climbing looks like something that was inspired by Uncharted. It's a travesty that this game wasn't released. The next cancelled project is a Star Wars novel that was supposedly going to be called Mandola. It was a working title. The novel would have followed an underrated yet awesome character, Nomi Sunrider. The author of the novel, Alex Irving, told us that the story he developed was about the relationship between Nomi and Vima Sunrider, and involved a resurgent threat from the Sith and Mandalorian forces, plus introduce a new character. I'm sure any of you who are Nomi Sunrider fans like myself and love that underrated and underappreciated era in Star Wars would have loved this awesome return to the character and that era. Another cancelled video game is the Battle of the Sith Lords. There isn't too much known about this game, however it was going to follow a descendant of Mauls, or his clones, or some version of Maul that wasn't Maul. This game would have probably taken place in the Star Wars Legacy era. It would have involved Darth Talon, and from what we've heard it feels similar to George's original script for episodes 7 through 9, where Darth Maul was going to be the Sith Master and Talon was his apprentice. It was apparently going to have stealth-based action inspired by Arkham Asylum, and have intense lightsaber action and a blade that would actually cut through their opponent and dismember them. I know not too much is known about this game, but it would have been really cool to play. Now the last one isn't an official project, but it's something that the Expanded Universe needed and something that we were going to get. And that is a conclusion to the Fate of the Jedi series. The Star Wars novel timeline left off with a lot of unanswered questions. For example, there were hundreds of Sith running around who had not yet been killed. It was also implied that Abeloth might still be around as a Jedi was attacked by tentacles that appeared out of nowhere. The galaxy is also in a bad place. It had 5 galactic wars in the past 100 years. The Clone Wars, the First Galactic Civil War, the Yuuzhan Vong Invasion, the Second Civil War, and dealing with a planet of Sith and an ancient, powerful, creepy dark-side entity. Yeah, the main heroes won almost every time, but still, the galaxy's in a shaky place, and it wasn't the right place to end that story. Now, I just wanted to clarify, I know we got Crucible, but it wasn't the best ending in the world all around. It didn't answer a lot of the questions we had. It was an okay ending for those 3 characters, but I think there was a lot more to tell in that era, and those 3 characters had more to do. So I would have loved to see a Star Wars series with about 9 or so novels that would finish off that part of the Star Wars timeline to clear things up and give the heroes one last final adventure. Now I know there was a lot more cancelled EU content that I didn't talk about, like Battlefront 3 and a ton of rumored projects. I just wanted to talk about a few things that were incredibly cool. What are some things that I didn't talk about, and what are some things that you would love to see one day? Let me know in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching, and may the Force be with you.